Welcome, this is Marianne, and in today's video I want to talk about understanding trauma and how this creates unhealthy attachments versus how to create healthy attachments. Now, some people might say, oh, I had a great upbringing as a child, I didn't have any trauma, but it's quite interesting how trauma can play out. You can have a traumatic event, which is, a car accident, losing a parent, abuse, things like that. That can be a traumatic event. But where the trauma filtrates through to create unhealthy attachments in life is what didn't happen in that moment. So, for example, if a child felt abandoned by a parent because they were sick all the time, or if the child had to go to hospital and the parent wasn't there, and that child at that moment felt really unsafe, then they would create this traumatic idea or feeling in their nervous system, taking them through into feeling unsafe in adult life. Some people that think they've had absolutely no trauma at all have chronic anxiety and addictive behavior, where they're compulsively self-soothing and drinking the bottle of wine a night. Now, this can come from what they didn't receive as a child, whether it be protection, support, encouragement, love, nurture, nourishment, all these beautiful human needs that maybe this person has grown up thinking, I have to survive on my own, which is an inner pressure, an inner stress that can cause post-traumatic stress disorder. It can cause all sorts of inner turmoil, but it can definitely cause chronic addiction. If you feel that you were never wanted as a child, there's been research around children that have been adopted and how their addictions can be chronic as well, thinking that, well, if I don't know the story of my parent that gave me up, that means I'm not wanted somehow. This can manifest in many, many ways. So all you need to do is look at your current lifestyle. Look at, are you compulsively self-soothing with unhealthy attachments? So how the unhealthy attachment manifests is, an unhealthy attachment might look like if a parent was an alcoholic or a parent was fully neglected, the child creates unhealthy attachments to addictive people and people that neglect them. Because there's some part of this wounded ego that might look like, if I can get that person to love me, even though it's all unconscious, deep-rooted stuff, if I can get that person to love me, maybe that means I matter. Or it could be simply, that's all I deserve, is to be with somebody who's addicted and neglects me all the time. I remember my first relationship was with a person that was abusive and violent. And I was living in a domestic violence situation because that's all I believed I deserved, right? This is how men behave. So so when we do the healing and we grow out through this abusive cycle or this idea of unhealthy attachments, I mean, we can also have, if the love was not there and the trauma of not feeling wanted, loved, liked and desired, therefore going and having unhealthy attachments to people that are quite toxic or relationships that are quite toxic. So there's all sorts of ways it plays out, but this is what you do. You start creating healthy attachments to yourself first and foremost. Practices of feeling safe in your skin, practices of self-value, practices of affirming you matter, practices of coming home to yourself, presence, meditation. And once again, I'll put a great 10-minute guided meditation below. And if anybody listening to this wants me to send them some journal prompts, they want to do some private work, just let me know. I'd love to help. So I hope that's helpful for you, and much love to you.